Imagine a world where robots learn complex tasks as easily as humans. Sounds like science fiction, right? But a Chinese startup, AgiBot, is making this a reality, and it could revolutionize manufacturing as we know it. But here's where it gets controversial. Their approach involves a unique blend of cutting-edge AI and a surprisingly large workforce of human trainers. AgiBot, based in Shanghai, has developed a system that allows two-armed robots to master manufacturing tasks through a combination of human guidance and real-world factory floor experience. Think of it as teaching a robot apprentice. The company's innovative system combines two key technologies: teleoperation, where humans remotely control the robots, and reinforcement learning, an AI technique where robots learn by trial and error, receiving rewards for successful actions. Currently, AgiBot's system is being tested on a live production line at Longcheer Technology, a Chinese manufacturer of smartphones, VR headsets, and other electronic gadgets. Longcheer is essentially allowing AgiBot to use their factory as a real-world robotics lab. AgiBot's project showcases how the increasing sophistication of AI is beginning to transform the capabilities of industrial machines. This innovation has the potential to spread into various corners of manufacturing, both in China and globally. The expected outcome? Increased manufacturing productivity and potentially fewer lower-wage human workers needed. And this is the part most people miss. While some fear job displacement, the rise of AI-powered robotics also promises the creation of new, higher-skilled jobs in areas like robot training, maintenance, and AI development. It's not about replacing humans, but about changing the nature of work. While robots are already commonplace in factories for simple tasks like moving boxes, assembling complex electronics like smartphones requires a level of dexterity, sensory perception, and adaptability that has traditionally been beyond their reach. AI is increasingly used to assist robots with tasks such as identifying objects on conveyor belts and determining the best way to grip them, but it's still not a completely reliable solution for teaching them intricate manipulation skills. According to Yuheng Feng, a representative from AgiBot, the robot currently deployed at the Longcheer plant is responsible for moving components from a testing machine to the production line. This particular task is well suited for robots because it doesn't involve delicate manipulation or handling fragile parts. The real test, however, lies in how effectively AgiBot's algorithms can teach its robots more intricate and complex skills. Using reinforcement learning alone to teach a robot tasks that require on-the-spot improvisation typically demands massive amounts of training data. Furthermore, research indicates that perfecting these skills entirely within a simulated environment is nearly impossible. AgiBot tackles this challenge by employing a hybrid approach. Human workers guide the robot through the initial steps of a task, providing a foundation for the robot to learn autonomously. Before co-founding AgiBot, Chief Scientist Jianlan Luo conducted groundbreaking research at UC Berkeley, focusing on robots acquiring skills through reinforcement learning with human assistance. This system demonstrated the ability to perform tasks such as placing components on a motherboard with remarkable precision. Feng claims that AgiBot's learning software, called real-world reinforcement learning, can train a robot to perform a new task in as little as 10 minutes. This rapid learning capability is crucial because production lines often change frequently, sometimes even within the same production run. Robots that can quickly adapt to new tasks can seamlessly integrate with human workers in a dynamic environment. However, this approach requires significant human involvement. AgiBot operates a robotic learning center where it employs individuals to teleoperate robots, providing the data needed to train AI models. This demand for robot training data is growing, with some U.S. companies even outsourcing this work to countries like India, where workers are paid to perform manual tasks that serve as training data for AI algorithms. This raises an interesting ethical question. Are we simply creating a new form of low-wage labor to train our future robotic overlords? Jeff Schneider, a roboticist at Carnegie Mellon University specializing in reinforcement learning, notes that AgiBot is utilizing cutting-edge techniques and should be capable of automating tasks with high reliability. He also suggests that other robotics companies are likely experimenting with reinforcement learning for manufacturing applications. AgiBot is gaining recognition within China, where there's a surging interest in the fusion of AI and robotics. The company is developing AI models for various types of robots, including humanoid robots capable of walking and robot arms designed for stationary tasks. AgiBot's AI-powered learning loop represents the kind of technology that U.S. companies may need to master if they aspire to bring more manufacturing back to American soil. Several U.S. startups are actively refining algorithms for novel approaches to robot learning. These include Physical Intelligence, a well-funded startup co-founded by researchers who collaborated with Luo at UC Berkeley, and Skyled, a spin-out from Carnegie Mellon University, which recently demonstrated robotic algorithms capable of adapting to new physical forms, including legged systems and robot arms. China's vast manufacturing infrastructure gives startups like AgiBot certain advantages. These include a supply chain capable of rapid prototyping and mass production of robots, a large market for robot labor, and a workforce available to train robotic models. According to the International Federation of Robotics, an industry organization, there are already more industrial robots operating in China than in all other countries combined. The Chinese government's latest 5-year plan also emphasizes technologically driven economic growth, with a focus on AI and robotics, which is expected to stimulate further investment and government initiatives aimed at developing more advanced robots. One US-based robotics entrepreneur recently shared that he is not particularly concerned about competition from US rivals, but Chinese robotics firms are a constant source of worry. So, is this the future of manufacturing? Will robots trained by humans lead to a new era of productivity and economic growth, or will it exacerbate existing inequalities and lead to widespread job displacement? What role should governments play in regulating the development and deployment of these technologies? Share your thoughts in the comments below.